And tell the world, you will always be mine. We argue and we fuss, but everything remain the same. I love you and you love me, it was when it rained. A picture perfect painting, girl, I like to look at you. Oh, you do me like you do. I love it when you put it in my way. Mida, mama, sita, senorita, all day. Telling me you got to go, I'm begging you to stay. Let me rock your world and show you the way. Down, 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 down.
Listen all day, every day on your favorite streaming platform. The clean, fresh sound. Rise and shine. Let's get ready to take on the day. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
All right. Good morning, SVG. Good morning to folks within the region and good morning to those in the international arena. Special good morning to all of you. It is Wednesday. We almost there. Wait, you know what? Today is the 25th of September, right? Let me do something. For those very extra special people out there. Yeah, when I pull it up, you can see why. All right. So today is the 25th of September. And for those of you who are counting down, you have 91 days until Christmas Day. All right. I have some friends on my WhatsApp. They're absolutely ridiculous. Like they've been counting down since what? Maybe like the end of August. Yeah, they've been counting down since then. Somebody asking if it's too early to put up a Christmas tree.
No, keep it
if
up
it's too early to start playing Christmas songs. Listen, I can't go with them. I can't go with them. But you know, when I think about it, like if you start playing the songs too early, or if you start putting up Christmas decorations too quickly, does it water things down? And does it make it still special for some folks?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it just builds up the excitement because when you start to see the lights and the decorations, you say, oh, yes, Christmas is coming. And because a lot of persons really love Christmas, the excitement just builds up. At least that happens to me. I don't know how it is for other people, but that's how I feel. Yeah.
I know that, well, I'm so sure it still happens, but I remember going to Trinidad once in September. When I went back for a visit, went in September, and the mall already had the Christmas tree up in September.
You see?
You know, and I'm there like,
Suppose it been up all year round.
Nah, I don't think it was. I honestly don't think it was. But you know, Trinidad is a lot more commercialized in a sense. Yes. So I was not surprised, but yeah. But there are some places that already have decorations up. Some persons may already start playing in their house. Try not to annoy the neighbors by blasting it, you know, but some persons are in that Christmas mood. And I think one of the reasons to why some persons advocate for the music to start playing early is because the time frame seems so short. Because what you tend to find is that just after Christmas Day itself, that person stop or the Christmas music starts to ease off a bit. But I think you have until January 9th, if I'm not mistaken. I think that is when Christmas officially ends. I think it starts November 15th. Wait, let me Google.
It officially ends when all the Christmas things run out.
Okay, when does Christmas start and end? No, that's wrong. It's not the 25th. I think it's from November. This is me telling Google they're wrong, yeah? It's January 6th. It ends on January 6th.
That's a bit soon, isn't it?
Yeah, ends on January 6th. Well, this one is saying the 5th, and another one is saying the 6th. But let's work with the 6th, right? So.
And you know that by the time Carnival is finished, you see the jokes. Actually, it's not just Carnival because it's international. You'll see people saying Mariah Carey has started to thaw.
She's starting to thaw. I saw a meme where you're just seeing this block of ice in the front. and you could see the silhouette of her in the background. So they're saying Mariah Carey is getting ready, right? But it's that one song every year. All I want for Christmas is you, baby.
You see, Anne says that in her house, her tree is up until February 15th. All right, like that, extended Christmas.
Oh, Lord. All right. So good morning to everybody. Those of you who are on the live, buenos dias, George, and good morning to Anne and to the other persons who have joined the live. And of course, those of you who are listening to us in Radio Land, whether you are on your way to work, to school, to Galavant, to whatever. Just have a good and a safe one today. All right. Dianna, you good?
My eyes are actually hurting me.
Where are your glasses?
They kicked the buckets. I am waiting on my new pair. My glasses mashed up long time. Must be probably 2 months by now. Whenever you stop seeing me with them, that's when they kicked the bucket. Condolences.
Well, you make it sound like it's they volunteer to kick the bucket as opposed to you do something to them.
No, it's not me. They just volunteer. I just had it on and just feel it off my
Slip
face.
off?
Yeah.
Oh.
I lost a limb and
the handle.
Ended up losing its life.
Sounds so dramatic. But anyhow, talking about drama.
I am just waiting to hear the call. I wish I could get the call this week so the people could tell me, yeah, your glasses is ready, come and collect.
Oh, okay. Well, soon enough.
Yes.
Soon enough. All right. So talking about drama, not so much drama, but we're talking about Vincentian. No, he's not Vincentian. He is a Bajan. All right. So reading this story from Eyewitness News, and the title is Bajan Writes Historical Fiction About SVG's Carib War. All right. And it's written by Kieran Delimore. There's a picture of the cover and the gentleman's face with the article, to accompany the article. All right, so Barbadian author Kieran Delimore has launched a historical fiction novel, Children of the Ocean God, which is based on actual historical events which took place during the Second Carib War in St. Vincent in 1795. School children, let me read that over. Which took place in the Second Carib War in St. Vincent in 1795. The story transports readers to a fascinating period in Vincentian history, to an era in which the ideals of the French Revolution, liberty, equality, and brotherhood were sweeping across the region, a press release said. Delimore has a Trinidadian mother and a Vincentian father and holds a doctorate in aerospace engineering. When I got to this part, I had to chuckle. I'm like, aerospace engineering? And he's writing a book about something related to history. But see, this is one of the things, right? You can absolutely do whatever it is that you want to do, yes. Right? Your qualifications and your training don't have to leave you confined to just any particular field or area. You could do whatever it is that you want, okay? To continue, he tells a story from the perspectives of opposing sides in the conflict, the British and the Black Caribs, modern day called Garifuna. Children of the Ocean God recounts the compelling yet tragic tale of the Black Caribs' militant resistance against European hegemony. I hope I pronounced that correct. I think I did. The narrative captures the dauntless, noble fighting spirit of the Black Caribs as they desperately try to preserve their birthright as citizens of a free nation amid the devastation wrought by colonization and slavery. All right. So we're going to end that there. For those of you who wish to read a bit more about it, you can go on the Eyewitness page and get a little bit more in terms of what the book is about. I think one of the things that it failed to mention is where the book can be found. But I suppose maybe doing a Google search or even trying to reach out, check Amazon, or even reach out to the author himself if he's on social media to see where you can obtain this book. But I thought that this was interesting, given that it's a historical fiction, right? So there are elements of history, of true events that have happened, but told in a fictional story format that is going to that he has done. So I would actually like to get my hands on this just to see how the story develops and bringing into context everything else that's happened from the actual historical side of things.
Yes, I thought, like you, I thought it interesting as well. I was thinking, I see they mentioned that he has a Vincentian mother. Is it the mother or the
No, the
father? The
father.
father? Okay. So I'm wondering if he grew up here, if he spent much time here, because apparently he would have read the documents that detail the history of the Caribs in order to be able to write this book. So, like you, I would be interested in reading this book. I am interested in reading this book as well. And kudos to him, to include our Vincy history in
Hmm.
this publication. Amazing. I mean, he's
Yeah.
not a Vincentian, but we're proud still. Amazing.
Yeah, well, I mean, he has ties. I mean,
Yeah.
he
Well,
still has
actually,
ties.
yes. I
So
shouldn't say he's not a Vincentian.
yeah,
He is. He is.
might have been born in Barbados, but he's
Somebody said Barnes and Noble bookstore here, so I guess
okay.
they have it
Okay.
there at that store. Nice.
All right. Yeah, we probably just have
Nice.
to Google it and see where to get if it's available on Amazon. But yeah, I like to see when a lot more persons are writing, and in this case, the tying of the history to give a interesting
Yes.
perspective or to give an interesting scene or setting. Right. That's what I'm looking for. Scene or setting. All right.
I would like to see how the book is. I mean, I'm thinking it would be a really good book for young persons to read.
Mm,
Generally, young people don't really like to read books without pictures. I mean, we don't know what this book looks like. We don't know if he has illustrations or not. But the fact that it's a fiction book, but it
mhm,
includes aspects of our history, I think it should make for an interesting read for young persons. Well, at least for those that are interested,
but
because you're having fun reading something because the storyline is made up. I mean, it has
mm,
the historical part that is added in it, but it's a made up thing. So you get to read a fiction story while learning history.
mm.
So
But you're making that point about young people don't like to read. I blame in parents. It starts with parents and godparents,
I,
right?
I would not deny that.
No, because that is one of those things that I would when I'm buying gifts for Christmas, I could buy something and a book is always included.
Mm.
And I'll tell a funny story, right? So my godson, I don't know if his father listened now. So I bought a book for my godson, right? So all he got was a packaged book, right? A wrapped book. And I think it was probably like a year or maybe like a year plus later. His godfather messaged me and told me that he found the money that was inside the book. So this is to tell you how excited he was to get this gift, right? Because it took him so long to discover that I actually had money contained in the book. And that's one of the things that I tend to do. To the point where my niece she actually figured it out because she would start to flip the pages because she knew that money was contained inside of the book. Right. But that is something that I would always do is like I would give them the book, but money would be contained in it so that they could buy whatever it is that they want. But I like to see people picking up a physical book,
Yes.
turning the pages and reading. Right. I know that many persons would read off the
Yes.
tablets and Kindle, etc. But I like to see children actually have away from their devices, taking up books, reading them, and if you're like a really good child, you will get money contained inside of it. So that's just some thought there for persons when you're contemplating what to get for children for Christmas.
All right. So I see some persons saying, he's Vincy. I did correct this statement. He is Vincy. He is Vincy. Yes. So I did correct that. Thank you.
All right. So let's jump into another story here at this time, staying on some good news. So Vincy Jewel secures massive victories in regional netball. All right. So St. Vincent and the Grenadines made another step on Tuesday toward regaining the ECCB International Netball Series Championship title, defeating Anguilla 87-7. The Vincentian female national team, Vincy Jewels, remained unbeaten on day 2 of the competition. Vincy Jewels, I'm also reading this from Eyewitness. Vincy Jewels employed a clinical approach in dismantling their opponents, racing to a 28-0 first quarter lead. The Vincentians maintained the lead throughout the remaining quarters, 47-3, 66-4, and 87-8. All right. All right. So there are some other stats that were noted or some other results that were mentioned in the article, but I have to chuckle given what the scores look like. And I don't play netball.
Listen, Vincy Jewels.
I feel like I could have joined this team. Because I don't know what's going on. But anyways.
Yes. Big up Vincy Jewels, the players, the coaches, the everybody that is involved in the training of the Vincy Jewels, because it's Felix they've been sharing since they go over there. It's their third game and they've won all 3 games. Big up Vincy Jewels on that. Boy, I say watch they didn't even allow them people to make a 10 score.
I know, right?
Oh my.
All right, so we are going to continue to big them up and to continue to be behind and support them virtually, right?
Yeah.
All right, and into other news, just very quickly, Shafiqua to compete in SVG next year. So this also is on Eyewitness News, and I'm not going to read the full thing, but what was of interest to me was that she would be competing on the athletic track, right? The synthetic track that is at Diamond. She will be competing on that track next year. So I'm reading this in relation to what Mr. Keith Joseph said. While she has not competed on a synthetic track surface in Diamond, she will do so in 2025. Joseph said, adding that the most points an athlete can earn in the ranking is by competing in their national championships. All right, there was also another part that I wanted to highlight. All right, and so from 2025, all of our athletes will be home to compete in our national championships. It's something that we can look forward to, and we give thanks that we have the facility that will allow them to compete at the highest level. And I think having them compete on the track that is there at this time serves as a motivation for other students who would be present and who are witnessing national athletes actually facilitating and using our current track. So kudos to, well, I guess to everybody from government come right down. Kudos to everybody involved in that.
Yes.
All right. So
we can't wait to see that next year. So we're ready. We're ready for that. Yeah, and we're chatting about we're ready.
All right. So at this time we are going to jump out, and just to note that we have right.
All right. So the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Tourism Authority will host a special press conference today, September 25th, to celebrate the inaugural JetBlue flight to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Key officials, including the Minister of Tourism, Carlos James, and Chief Executive Officer of the SVG Tourism Authority, Annette Mark, will discuss the exciting opportunities this new route will bring. WEFM will bring live coverage of the press conference, which takes place from 9:30 this morning at the National Insurance Services Conference Room.
All right, so we are going to jump out at this time. In a few seconds, we will bring to you today's traffic talk. Then at 7:45, we have Ponder on These Things with Mr. Lansford Weeks. Then more commentary coming to you at 8 o'clock. All right, so you have absolutely no reason to go anywhere. All right, see you in a few.
People's Pharmacy, for all your pharmaceutical